Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. And today in this video we are going to take a look at how to match the flicker with your plate. So you can see in this example I have a couple of footages here. I will show you this one and this one and this one. So we will going to see how to match the flicker when we adding some element in the background or somewhere else. So we have a couple of ways to add the flicker. So in this video I will show you the two method to match the flicker. So the first one is the apColorSampler. So this apColorSampler tool you can see, so this one is available in the Nuke survival toolkit. And the second tool which I am going to show you, I think everyone knows this CurveTool. So this is exactly the same as the apColor. I mean this inside this apColorSampler you can see we have this CurveTool also, but this tool is very simple and it's very advanced and you can get different result very easily, where in this one you have to do a little bit more steps to get the exact same result. So first we will going to see how to use this one, then I will show you the how to use the CurveTool also. So in this example I have this footage here. You can see we need to match this flicker. I mean this thing, we can see it's getting darker and brighter. So let's see how we can do. So let's take the apColor and just connect the source to this one. And by the way, I'm using stamp here, just demonstrate you the process, nothing special here. So let's connect this one, and by default it's say the mode is average. So if I play, it will give you the average color of the entire screen, but we want the flicker, right? So let's see the deflicker. So as we set the deflicker, and we also need to set the reference frame. So in this case, let me show you the reference frame, maybe the 40. So I'm setting the reference frame. So that means if I view from here, this frame will not gonna change, all other frames are going to change. You can see these frames are darker if I view it from here, and it is basically trying to match the luminance on the reference frame. So you can see the brighter frame is not going to be affected that much, but the darker frame is going to get brighter to match the reference frame luminance. So you can see this frame and this frame, the luminance is not exactly, almost the same, but this tool is basically doing. From now what we can do, we have to do two more steps to get the output from this one. You can directly plug this one in our main pipe, like whatever the element we are adding, but what I like to do, I like to use this tool as a utility tool, and you can export the grade node from it, and you can use that grade node in our output, just like I'm doing here. I will show you what I did in this one. So select this one. First you need to do bake, and this is the frame rate I need to bake. So it's very fast. Now the checkbox is here, so use bake. So now you can play real time. I mean it is playing real time, but now using a bake data. Now after this one you can export this thing, just like the tracker, we are exporting trackers. Here we can export whatever we did. So our reference frame is 140. So in this one we have many options, don't get confused. So we need to add flicker into the element. So for that we need to use a flicker. So there is a deflicker. So deflicker basically it's removing the flicker, but we need a flicker. So you can see there are many options for the flicker. You can see flicker mult, this is called multiply, and we have another flicker add, this is for like plus. Okay, in this case we need a flicker mult. In flicker mult we have two options, reference frame and current frame. We have now in this this current frame, and this is the reference frame, is not the same. So we want reference frame, so I'm taking flicker multi reference frame. I'm clicking this one and create, but you can see if you using Nuke 13 you get this pop-up issue. To fix that we need to change some this is a tool set, so we need to change the workspace first of all, then I will show you what I mean. So this is the tool we have. When you open this panel here, just click on this pen icon, and in the create button we can see this eyeball. Just click this circle here, and this script will open here. So in this one we just need to remove this print line. You can see here we have this print, so just remove this print and just click anywhere else and click on this pen icon again, and you are good to go. And then we can go back to our workspace, the large scale. Just remove this one first and go to the large workspace, and when we have here, just click here and then you can create, and now it will work nicely. Let's connect this one and you will see. So the reference frame, if you can see, is telling us the reference frame is 140. deflicker. Oh sorry, I think exported a deflicker. we actually need a where is that flicker reference frame, and just export, connect this one, and it's telling us flicker multi 140 is the reference frame. And now if I play, you can see we are getting a flicker basically. Okay, and to get a deflicker, just like in the tracker we are reversing, we are inverting, right? So here is reverse by default. If I uncheck, now it's a deflickering. It's a deflicker. If I reverse this one, is now we have a flicker data. So what does that mean? You can use this one, and I already have here, so I'm just replacing this one, and let me disable these two and just merging with the output. Now you can see what we have. So this is this, and if I check this one in the darker area, you can see it's getting darker because we added this thing. So the flicker is matched, but one more thing we need to match. We need to match the brightest part and the darkest part. I mean the black point and the white point we need to match. So if I expose up, you can see it's not matching at all. So for that we need to add two more nodes here, you can see. So in the end we need to match the black. So this is this. If I enable, you can see the black to match the black like this one, and this one is the we need to match the brightness. So let's match the brightness first. So go to the brightest spot, and so I need to match this much. So first I need to use this RGB only, and in this one I set it, I want this much of luminance in this case. And if I go to my darker areas, so if I expose this thing up, you can see it's still not matching. So I'm using this tool. So I'm weaving from here. I'm using a toe, so we remove the toe and add a toe here. So this is just for matching the black level. Selecting this thing, and you can see it's not doing proper job because we need to change some setting here. So this is okay, and this is for the white point, and this is for the black point. So we need to go inside this tool and zoom in a bit, and we need to reduce this amount, right? After reducing this amount, you can see it's looking better, and we need to also, I think, change the color a bit like this one, and do a little bit of tweaking here. So and also when you're adding this thing, it will add a color, but I only need a flicker. So just click in this one to get a single value, and then you are good to go. Then I can check this one, and let me just manage this one also, something like this. So now my blacks and my whites are matched. So if you view it from here, you can see what we have. So we added this thing, small thing, and we match it the flicker with the plate, you can see. So this is one way. And so this is like when you adding different element to this footage. Like in this one I'm adding some element. So what if you are doing some cleanup or something like this? So I have another same example here. I'm using the same plate and doing a frame hold, disabling this everything, and just show you. So I'm basically cloning this patch here and here. So I'm using which frame? I'm using 131. So this frame I'm using, you can see this frame, and I'm just adding on top. So like this, and I'm doing a very and I'm doing a match move also. So in this case, you can see I did the same thing what we saw in the previous one. I matched the flicker, I set it the black point and white point here, good to go. So if you need, you can adjust here, like the luminance we can match a bit more better, like this one. Let's see. And now if I play, you can see the darker part is also matching. You can see it's not good because this is a real thing, and we are just manipulating this one. If you see in the grain, now it will look somewhat better because it's a patch. So you need to do additional thing to match the thing. But you can see if I disable this thing, you can see this is how it's looking without matching blacks and white. But the flicker is matched. You can see if I play in the normal view, you will not gonna see much difference, but that is the whole point. I want to show you the full process. So this is a flicker match. Then you need to do a black match. You can see the black match is doing a lot of the heavy stuff here, and this is a white point just to if you need to adjust a bit more brightness. So like in this one, if I disable, you can see the patch I took it this frame is not same brightness as this one, so we can match like this one, and then we are good to go. And if you need, you can still need to adjust. You can see in this frame, this is what you need to do to match the flicker if you're adding an patch. And I have one more here, this plate. Let me show you. So here I did the same thing using this one, but in this case we don't need to calculate the entire frame, we just need to calculate this part. So for that, in the apColorSampler we have this input called area input, and what I did, I just draw a mask, so it will just only calculating this part. If I show you the average color, so you can see only, you can see this color only. I did a deflicker. If I did a deflicker, you can see it's trying to balance the luminance on this frame. So I did that. Just plug this in area input here. The same step as I show you in the beginning, do the same step. In this case, I just added this flicker node, and you can see it's doing pretty good job, but in the darker area it's still visible. So I reduce this one in the gain, in the brightness, still looking good, I guess. And now you can see it's matched 1:1. Flicker is looking good. So similarly, I have this another footage. Here I also did the same thing, adding an area input. So in this case, I'm matching flicker from this part. Let me show you where I'm matching this one. So in this area, I'm matching a flicker here. Took this area and I'm analyzing this entire thing, and this is the checkerboard I added. So similarly, same thing, exporting the deep flicker mult, adding here, and we are getting this. So I can go to the brightest frame like this one, and I'm setting the brightness to match with the plate. So this much brightness I'm setting here, so like this one, and now it's fine. So if you are matching a flicker, like we have in this plate a different flicker in different areas, we need to match area by area. So in this case, I'm matching this flicker on this area, so this patch will merge properly. So similarly, if I match flicker from this area, we need to analyze this area only, and then we can add. This is what I did. This is the second element, you can see. So in this one, I calculate this area here, so you can see the flicker from this area, and I have this another this thing, and it's matching this area only. So for area, I'm just plugging this thing directly, so because it's need alpha, so this is the alpha, so I'm plugging this into the area input, and then I'm doing bake and exporting thing. That's it. And the same thing, you can view it here, and it's matching this area only. You can see, I know it's not match move currently, but it's matching the flicker. That is I want to show you. And in this grid, we can do like this, and obviously we can do a black match, but in this case I don't want to do that. I just want to show you the flicker thing, how you can add flicker with different method. So this is with the what we call the apColorSampler. Now let's see how we can do with the curve tool. Again, we have this footage here. Let me quickly do this. So this is what we have. Let's use a curve tool. Let's plug this thing, and in the curve tool we have like this thing, this crop. We need to first in this case I want to calculate the entire screen, so I'm just placing this thing here, and just frame number, just make it 1, so it will calculate in every single frame. Just press go, and this is my frame range. I'm just pressing it, and it's doing its job. Now we get the data. If you go to the intensity slider, you get the flicker data. So let's take a grid node, and what you need to do, we just need to copy paste this thing. So I'm just control dragging this into this. Before, when you drag this one, it will come like this, and you can see the color value. So this will basically adding a color value. So if I plug this one here, if you view, so you can see the color are changed. But if you don't want to change the color, what you can do, just you can just click this one, and it will get remove the color. But you can see we added the flicker here. Alright, but if you don't want to add the flicker, if you want to remove the flicker, there is I will show you how to remove the flicker. But let's see, I want to add the flicker. This is the flicker I want to add, but I also want to set this frame as my reference frame. So in the white point, we need to sample this color, and this will be our reference frame. Alright, so now take this one, and I'm just adding this thing instead of this. Remove this thing, remove this, and now if I play, you can see now the flicker is matched. You can see it's turning on and off. So what I can do, I can just copy paste this thing, and I'm just placing here, Also I'm disabling this thing because we need to adjust according to the value, because this value is not the same as this value. We can see there are differences, so that's why I'm just disabling, just to show you the point how you can match. So in this case I need to set this one as a reference frame. Let me sample this color. Yeah, now you can see the brightness is set, so the color will remove because obviously we set it like this here. And if I play, you can see now the flicker is matching. Alright, so other thing what I can do, if I take another grid node like this one, so we have this color information, right? If I open this thing and then I drag and drop, so we get the color. So let's plug this one, this is with the color. Let's plug this one and go to this frame and view our patch. You can see the color is added, but I want to use here and I want to this color as the reference frame. So now you can see the color is not much changing, it's staying almost the same. And now if I play, I can get exactly the same thing, but only thing I added a color. So if I on this one and this one, it should work. Maybe not, but you can get my point. So this is with the color, this is with the color, this is without the color. This is, we only have a flicker here, and this is flicker with the RGB color change. So I think in this case we can use this one, and this is what we have. So exactly same thing what we did. Let's see how we can stabilize, I mean how to remove the flicker, just like we are doing here. Yeah, we are doing de-flicker. So let's do the same thing with this one. So now we are adding a flicker here and here. Let's remove the flicker. Let's see. So same thing, just copy paste the value. Now it's added. Just connect this one and click on reverse, and you can see we need to set the reference frame again. So I'm setting this one as my reference frame. So I'm just sampling this color. Now if I view, you can see now it's doing very what we saw in this one, and this is exactly what we need to do. So you can see, so this tool and this one is almost matching, I mean they are giving the same result. You can see this is de-flicker and this is our de-flicker, and it's de-flickering the entire footage. This one curve tool we can extract many things, but we need to do it manually. Like I show you, there is more steps, where in this apColorSampler we just need to select what we need, just press export, and we are getting what we need. So it's very easy and very fast to do, where in this curve tool we have to do it manually. We need to take the grade out and you need to manipulate this value to get the result what we need. They are doing the same thing, that is the whole point. And you can see I'm using this one now to match the flicker, and you can use this one just to use the flicker without the color, but in this case we need a color, so we can use this one and we are good to go. I can use this one, so they are same. You can see little bit of color difference, but that is the whole point of to show you how to use the curve tool. So similarly you can use curve tool in this case here also. There is not big deal. So one more thing, when you're using a curve tool, see in this curve tool we don't have a mask input like this. So for that, what you can do, draw or crop. We can see we have this crop box here to analyze the area. So we can like move the crop like this, and then we can connect here, and then we can then you can do the analyzing from here. But you don't have this shape that you can manipulate how you want. But this is disadvantage of using the curve tool. Other than that, everything is the same. So now you can see I get this value. So I'm just again just to show you the point, and disabling this. And connecting this, and we get the flicker, and we need to set the color in the white point. So I want this color, and we are good to go. Now we matched the color using the curve tool. So you can use a curve tool or you can use this thing, whatever, it's up to you. they are doing the same thing, exactly the same thing. So that's how you can match flicker using this curve tool or the apColorSampler. So if you have any questions regarding this, please let me know. So this is just a very basic thing I need to show, but it's very useful in the comp. So this is very common task we have to do in compositing, but this is just a small demonstration, like set your white point and black point, but we have to do it more steps. Let me know in the comment if you have any questions regarding this, so I will definitely try to help you. And thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe. We are very close to 10K. We will see you in our next one. Have a great day.